Hi Geminis, welcome to your May reading. Thank you so much for being here. How are you feeling? How are things on your end of the screen in your side right now? How are you guys feeling? I feel an energy shift, a really big one, and it's quite connected to your energy, Gemini. That's why I wasn't really ready to do this reading yet, but I rolled the dice and your sign kept coming up. If you want some proof, there it is. And I know I still had you guys on my list, so I was like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do your reading. Now, the North Node is actually moving in from Cancer into your sign on the 5th of May, this coming month. And I just feel like for you guys, not a lot will really change, but the people around you are changing. And the things that you used to have a hard time people getting on board with are now actually more interested or showing more interest, basically opening up more open-minded, wanting to see things in your way or wanting to learn to look at things from a Gemini perspective. And that will not instantly happen with like in a week, but you see throughout these coming months, maybe even this entire year, you will start to see difference and changes in people around you and also in the way you connect with others, and you get people on board quicker. But you're being asked to still motivate people to have that sense of uniqueness, to not have them copy you, but be inspired by you and then do it in their own way. You see, it's almost like you are an art teacher these coming 18 months, and you inspire them with maybe a painting you've made, or you have like this type of image that you are trying to have them paint that day, right, in that workshop. And you don't want them to copy your painting, you don't want them to make what you've made, but you want to inspire them and look at it from a different point of view, but then make it their own. So that's what I'm seeing. You guys are the art teachers, okay, for this period of time. I know that it's challenging because we're also having so much distractions, and I see that, but it also enlightens something within you, because nobody can keep you stuck that long, right? You will find ways to emotionally be free, feel that sense of freedom or satisfaction, or have that just get lost into a book and then dive into a different dimension with that, or a different story, or a different time zone, and you will always find creative ways to still have that sense of freedom or that newness, and gain wisdom or gain life experience in whatever way. It doesn't always have to be through a physical travel or road or whatever. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up on for you right now, and I want to start off with an angel message for you guys. What is coming up for Gemini? That's a lot of messages. We can do that another time. I need one card for Gemini, please. That's the card. Okay. That's exactly what I mean. You will always find a way to have two, because you are twins. So it's never just one. It's always two, minimum. Okay. Alright, let's do this. This is a magical time in your life when wishes are granted and dreams come true. It may seem that luck is following you, but actually, these happy times are your... Sorry. Honestly, to be honest, 100% right now, let's just look at the facts. This grammar is not right. It says, but actually these happy times are your just rewards No, it's not okay. That's it. So, okay, so it wasn't my fault. I got confused. Let's move back to this card. I'll make something of it. But actually, these happy times are just your rewards for being a loving and wonderful person. Your angels are asking you to enjoy your life and have more fun. I know that I got this card for you guys before. I think it was in a weekly. Just saying. You're still being asked to have more fun. How can you integrate that sense of fun without leaving the house or without moving or traveling to a tropical destination, Gemini? Let's see. Two of Thoughts, Two of Swords. Your angels have noticed that you're not moving forward. You have multiple options that you're reviewing, and you seem to be unable to choose. Ask your angels for signs as to what direction to take, or just listen to your own inner voice. Deep down, you know what to do. Okay? So if you're having a hard time making a certain decision, you kind of already know, but you're not 100% sure if that's something you're ready for, listen to your inner voice, or ask the universe for some signs. You can do that always. I've done it many times where I was like, okay, now I try to figure this out, but I don't really know right now. I don't really know what is expected of me, which direction to take, because sometimes things can get cloudy, you know? Even my intuition can get cloudy sometimes, especially when it comes to my own life, personal life. When it comes to these readings, I just put on a button and energy is starting to flow. But when I have that, I actually give it out of hands. I say, okay, I'm gonna release this to you guys. I always talk to my angels like, I'm gonna release it to you guys. Universe, just guide me, show me some signs, and I'll go with that. And it almost always works. Numerology, signs, like numbers keep on showing up. I have my certain type personal numbers that I have a connection to, and they will always show up or find ways to show and pop up, which is sometimes so funny. Like in the most creative ways, like for example, packages. Sometimes right now you order a lot online because that's just the way to go. And for example, packages would arrive only on 1444. Every single time a package would be delivered, it would be the exact amount of time, same numbers, because online you can open and check what time a package arrived. Sometimes it comes through the mail, sometimes it actually, either bring it through your mailbox or whatever. It would always be the same time, like things like that. You cannot make that up. And I would get the box, and on the box it would say 444. I had that before a couple times. It's and I always laugh, and I love that because it's a little reassurance. I'm being guided. We're still out here. You're still doing it. And I think things like that, become more aware of that and integrate it more. It will make your life more clear. You see, if you feel clouded, you're not always feel clouded, but sometimes you just have those moments. Ask the signs. Ask the universe to show you some signs. They will if you ask them. They always will. But you gotta keep your eyes open for them. Don't have certain expectations in what way they should show up. For me, it's mostly 444. That's not something I asked for. It's just what happened naturally along the way. They also notice that I respond the best to those numbers, so they show it to me, or they send me a 55 or a 44 or 444 or 555. It's always in that range. And sometimes a specific number will keep showing up, like maybe, for example, really random number, 1213, something like that, 1213. And it would just, I would see it like 7 up to 10 times in one day, and then I will look up the meaning for it. And then it's a very message that fits like a glove for that particular week or that day. And that's just a side note, then it's an actual message coming in. Why am I rambling about this? Let's move on. I'm sorry, Gemini. What is this? Gemini. You love? Where you start to open up your heart for that. Because if you are a couple, this would be a good month for the two of you. I feel like you starting to understand your partner better. If you are coupled, you start to understand your partner better, but they also are starting to really understand your point of view. And I think that that's a continuous cycle now. It's a new cycle because it's with the world cards. Like something is coming to completion. Now let's move on to the next step. I also feel some of you have successfully connected to somebody new, and you're coming out of that first period and moving then into the next together. I feel like you successfully attracted the person you were meant to connect with, soul to soul, one of your soul tribe members you connected to, and now you guys can move and build something new together. A chapter is ending and a new will begin. I feel that strongly. Let me see. By the way, happy early birthday to you guys. Of course, your reading will be next for the month of June. It will be out before your birthday season hits, so we'll talk about that one right there and then. Six of Cups. Yeah, like I said, you guys are becoming more on one line, on the same page. That's so nice. That's so nice. See, with the Ace of Cups. It's almost like I appreciate you for the differences. And they have the same with you. Yes, we are different in certain ways, and sometimes you can get on my nerves. That's what I'm hearing. But it's also pushing me to look at it from a different point of view, to grow on an own individual level, because of what you show me, what you teach me, what you are or how you think actually helps me work through some things for myself. So I see that embracing each other's differences is very healthy. It wanted to come out regardless. Look what else is wanted to show up. The Sun card. Ace of Cups. Yes, I see that coming together, a reconciliation, is really giving you that sense of peace and that sense of fulfillment. Plenty of room, I'm hearing. There's plenty of room. Plenty of room to make this work. Plenty of room to have for both of us. But let's create that. Let's not look at the smaller cups. Together you guys can bring great satisfaction if you embrace one each other's differences and uniqueness, if you let that work for you in your relationship instead of work against it. If you are not partnered at this time, I feel that you're moving on from an older situation, Gemini, and you're making peace with the past. See, it's almost like you look over, you go back, you find an old photo or something, and you just laugh about certain things, and you're like, whoa, I'm not ever actually holding on to the negative things that happened. I now can laugh about the things that, certain things that happen, or fun days we used to have. Not in the sense of like, hey, I want it back, you see. No, it's like I now look at it from a place of light so I can move on. Then we have the Page of Swords. With the Seven of Cups. With the King of Wands. You might have a person, a fire sign from the past. Look at your life right now. Seeing you happy. Seeing you overcoming this situation. Seeing you thrive. Seeing you evolve. And yeah, they're in your energy, trying to distract you, but you're on a different level, Gemini, so they can't really touch this. Like, can't touch this, I'm hearing. You see, can't touch that. Cannot touch that. 10 of Cups. So what I see with this situation is that be in a present moment as much as possible. Also with the partner you're dealing with at this time. Like I said, if you are partnered up, be in the present moment. Take it day by day. Don't judge a bad day or a discussion don't judge your whole entire relationship based on that right now, because you might feel overwhelmed. You might feel like we're gonna have to make decisions. We're gonna have to make some cuts. We're gonna have to make, choose a place where we are gonna live, or maybe live very far apart. How we're gonna do that? All of that can get everything really cloudy, could get you a little moody, could get you short off, or vice versa, the other person. No, they're asking you to focus on what are you on the same page with? What can you make it work right now? How about just take it day by day, not get caught up in all the extra options or all the extra things that in the future might have to happen. I think that if you stay centered right now, you will figure it out, and you will also receive some more messages about that. Yes, exactly. If you both have the same thing in mind, you can work towards that. You got to put in the work, and sometimes putting in the work is being in the present moment. It's not always like really hard. Sometimes it's just one thing you need to shift or try in a different way, and it has a really amazing ripple effect on the connection. Let's move a little bit more general, because a lot of you might not be connected to someone right now. My stomach is so loud. You guys hear it? I need to eat something. Yes. Beautiful. I just see offers of love, but that's because you guys are a magnet of energy right now. So expect things to come towards you regardless if you want it or not, regardless if you're open for it or not. It's gonna come in regardless, because I just see people coming in, overcoming a mindset, overcoming things from the past. I think that this will be a month where something is gonna work out for you that used to, or either took a really long time, or just overall something you wanted to work and didn't work, and now it's gonna work, and you're going to figure out why it didn't work in the past, and it's gonna actually give you great, how to put that, satisfaction. It's going to bring in new hope, new motivations. Like, okay, here I can do something with. But what I also see is you were very disappointed about the amount of affection you received from another person, the amount of attention or appreciation you received from the hard work you've been putting in. I see that with a situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be love. It could also be work. It could be friendships. It could be, your hobbies or things like that. I've seen you've been putting in the work, and you felt let down about the effect it had. But now you're starting to harvest those seeds you've been planting. See, you're going to have that sense of income from it as well. Income of energy, income of money. It's all energy. So someone is appreciating for all the hard work you've been putting into something. Finally. Knight of Pentacles was a long time coming. 7 of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and what other card? Yes, the Knight of Swords. Okay, so prepare and expect things to rise up a little bit here and there in the month of May. Okay, it can go from a short of conversation to a argument, to a trigger, but catch yourself, remove yourself from the situation, take a breather, coming out of this energy, rest. If your health is not on point in this month, Gemini, surrender to that, heal your body first. All the other things will be taken care of. If you don't have your health, you will never have your wealth. See, gotta have your health first. I think that surrendering to something is also, like I said, taking somebody for the person that they are, not seeing it as shortcomings, but just as character traits, is also helping you out of the cold. Don't underestimate the power of separation. Okay? Don't underestimate it. because it could do wonders. Ace of Swords, yes. Okay, so it's underlining energy. It starts to rise up. Communicate. If something is annoying you with whoever is around you, or something just doesn't feel right, speak up. Because if it just boils up, it blows up in your own face and other people's faces. Okay, learn to communicate before it becomes the big thing. Hermit, and then you have the beautiful Chariot with the Four of Wands. There's your piece back. It's all a cycle. So that's what I got for you guys, Gemini. I'm gonna do pick 3 cards so you can pick your extra message for the month of May. It looks really good. It looks really positive. And I do want to get deeper into your North Node, or to North Node in your sign on my channel, but not during these monthlies. We'll talk about that, okay? What it means for each and every sign and stuff like that. But for you guys, it's going to bring great change. It's not going to be easy, but it's definitely going to be very beneficial. Let's do the Animal Tarot. I'm going to pick 3 cards out. 3 cards for Gemini, please. 3 cards for Geminis. My stomach is so loud, I can't. 3 cards for Gemini. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Take your time to focus on the cards. You can pick 1 or 2, whatever you feel guided to. Let's start. Prince of Winter. This is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. Its helpful information is helpful information is putting you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. Okay? That's what we spoke about. Embrace the people for their differences. So, it's helpful information. Accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. That's what I got. Card number 2, 8 of Winter. Look at the little birds. They're so cute. It's so easy to convince yourself you're trapped when you really aren't. Trust that God will lift you to new heights and give you greater self-confidence if you affirm your freedom. 8 of Swords. So, embrace that sense of freedom in whatever way you can find it, Gemini. Card number 3. It's a 2 of Autumn. So cute. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and your personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. That's the main message. Came through in the beginning, comes through again in the end. Focus on how can you allow more fun into the things you're doing, into your daily life. Alright, Gemini, that was your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. The like button, not just on my videos, but also on other creators out there. Just spread your likes all over the place. I love you guys so much. I hope that this was helpful, and I'll be back on my channel soon. And I'm also doing weeklies now, for some of you may have not noticed. But yeah, just wanted to give it out there. Bye, Geminis. Have a nice month of May. And happy early birthday.